Hey kid, what's that song that's called like The Bullet Bar of Nightmares? Something like that?
I don't know, it sounds like a Metallica song?
No, this band is slightly softer than Metallica. Slightly, you know? I think it's by the Blue Man Group. It's called like The Intersection of Failed Potential. Something like that.
The Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
Jess, you know my GPS took me over there once.
To the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yeah, and you know, I hate to say it, but it was heavily gentrified.
Damn, not even the Boulevard of Broken Dreams is safe. They'll put a Jamba Juice anywhere.
It's by the Blue Man Group, yeah?
It's by Green Day.
I don't care what color the day is. What color is the man?
That's a really antiquated question, Dad.
What?
When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that have been identified by ICE as a genuine threat to the American language and way of life and are on their way to El Salvador right now. Anyway, back to the unpolitical video. I was talking to her the other day and she said this. Mija, you won't guess. They're in the backyard. There's so many of them. Ooh, what's in the yard? You know, el chiquito, rapidito, birdito. Are you having a medical emergency? What's happening? I think I was pretty clear. El zumbadorcito, chiquito, birdito. Despacito. Okay. I got Zoom. I think I got Bird. I got Ito. Mija, that's all you'll need. Okay, so it's fast, and it's a bird, and it's small. Hummingbird? Human birds. No, I saw birds. They had bird bodies and bird faces. You saw hummingbirds. What are they called in Puerto Rico? Colibri. That's not even close. We weren't gonna get there. So they really took the horse tornado, no due process? See, they told me he's not an American citizen. I'm like, es una palabra, cabrón, what?
Mija, how are you gonna be gay now?
What do you mean?
Well, with the current political climate, are you gonna have to go back in the closet? You need me to hold the door?
I don't know if I can just go back in so easily.
Oh no, I went back in the 70s.
What?
See, I slipped out, but I slipped back in. I just slipped back in.
Oh, just slip back in? Yeah, you know I have a wife and like a massive online digital footprint of me being like inexcusably gay online.
Just tell them what I told my girl in the 70s, okay? Whoops. How did that happen? It's been fun. See you never, okay?
Who did you hurt?
Carol.
That's why Carol hates you? I thought you were arguing over the cost of stamps or something.
No, mija, I guess I was what you would call a fuckboy to Carol. But it was Studio 54. It was different, you know?
It wasn't different, Abuela. You're all the same.
Well, we're back at my parents' house for another holiday. I think my mom's really starting to come around to our lesbian relationship.
Just now? We've been together 10 years. You're pregnant.
Yeah, about that. I haven't told them yet.
What?
Anyway, here we go.
Des is here! And my daughter.
My daughter! And Des! Oh, honey, that is not a good shirt on you. You look fantastic. Right, Mom. We have some news. I'm pregnant.
Des, how did you do this? Oh, my mustache is quivering with excitement. It tickles.
What? Why? What do you mean, why? Why be with a woman just to get pregnant?
We're just cutting out the middleman, literally. Well, I think this is great. It's a Christmas miracle. So, is it of blood relation to me? How does this work? Oh, it's definitely related to you, sir. I had a little mustache comb in the ultrasound and everything. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I photoshopped that as a joke. What? Thank God.
Well, this is the best Christmas ever. Des, I really needed this. See, I don't know if you know this, but a few Christmases ago, I got stuck in this sort of Groundhog Day Christmas do-over situation where every day I'd wake up and it was Christmas again for 3 months straight.
Honey, are you talking about that supernatural event that happened to you? He gets really upset. We should really move on.
What? Oh my God, sir, that sounds really scary. Yeah, and it kind of put a damper on my Christmas spirit. See, the Christmases just wouldn't stop till I learned my Christmas lesson. What was the lesson? Did you have to learn the true meaning of Christmas was the love in your heart and not the gifts you get? You got that right away.
So who's the father?
God?
Yeah, that guy.
You're leaving us? You know that means I have to hire somebody new. The last time I hired somebody new, they stole my identity, and then they got promoted over me. Corporate couldn't prove that all those years of service were mine and not theirs, so... Oh yeah, it eats at me every day. Why do I stay here? That's a good question. I really stay here for the health insurance, but it's really about the friends you make along the way to your broken healthcare system. All right, everybody, tonight's closing playlist is called, and you know the drill, best playlist name wins. We didn't start the fire, but should we? A persuasive arsonist musical journey. Jacob, can you sweep the lobby for me real quick? How do you sweep like this? What the fuck is that question? Figure it out. All the world's information in your pocket and you use it for what? What? Texting your girlfriend inappropriately in my walk-in freezer? There's cameras in there, Jacob, and if I zoom in, I can see what you're typing, and she deserves better, and you know that. I'm married and I'm great at it. I don't cheat. I do the dishes. I do the laundry. Killing it. But this is the shit I get in trouble for. My wife started a new show last week. She was really excited about it. She starts episode 1, and I can see at the top of the screen, it says season 5. So I say to her, I'm like, I think that's season 5. And she's like, no, I see that. And I think that's just advertising telling me that season 5's coming out. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting that they would advertise that in the same area where they usually show you the season and episode. I'm really just trying to save her an issue. I'm like, just double check it real quick. And she's like, I know how to press play, okay? And I'm like, that's not the skill that I'm doubting. But I've been married for a few years now, so I know it's not if you're right, it's how you're right. So I walked away, right? For the next couple of days, she's like, oh my God, this show is so interesting. I think it's a mystery where you have to figure everything out. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's the mystery of the first 4 fucking seasons. And then one night I'm going to bed and I just hear, fuck. What's up? It was season 5. Oh, if only we could have prevented this.
When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that have led to Webster's Dictionary sending her a cease and desist letter, which she keeps calling a Caesar dressing letter. I don't know that she understands the severity. I was talking to her the other day, and she said this. Mija, I was walking by the lake today, and I saw someone riding a water cycle. I didn't know you could do that.
Was someone riding their bike on the lake?
Kinda?
Has our local Jesus Christ taken up cycling?
No, Jesus is taking ceramics at the local community college. What did you see? A Motoroski, you know. You saw a Samsung Motorola. No, una moto acuática.
You saw a jet ski.
A jet ski? It's not a jet. It's not a ski. It's not in the snow. It's not in the sky. What?
You saw a jet ski.
Shouldn't it be called something like a motorboat or something?
We already got too many things called motorboat. We don't need another one. It's a wide-ranging...
English is annoying me. I'm about to square up with it in the parking lot. All right, people, morning meeting time. Welcome to another beautiful day of spending the only life you'll ever have, serving people you kind of hate for money that just isn't quite enough. Try not to dwell too much on the fact that at this rate, this whole life could have been an email. You may be wondering why corporate has us here at the crack. I wish I knew, but I'm not actually sure who our boss is, if I'm being real. I know it's whoever Stacy's boss is in HR. I have a working theory, actually, that our boss was Sean Diddy Combs, and now they don't want to tell us. I'm pretty sure I saw a paper on my desk once that said Sean Diddy Combs Incorporated. Maybe he was like an early investor, you know, things got out of hand. Now the board's like, oh my God. I don't know, I got way too high watching Law & Order SVU last night, and it made sense at the time. All that to say, don't be surprised if you get subpoenaed. Okay, items of the meeting. Once again, please stop touching each other in the walk-in. There is a camera in there. I have full access to that camera. You're making me see heinous stuff before 11:30 a.m. on a Wednesday. Also, somebody keeps using the company card to buy Tinder Platinum. $3,000 you spent in 8 months. Wow, what a trooper. Maybe give up, right? Procreating isn't for everybody. Also, we will no longer be giving our leftovers to the local unhoused. Corporate wants us to stick a price tag on everything and sell it to starving kids. They said starving kids have a high demand for food, and it's all supply and demand. They'll be by to collect the scraps every night. You'll know it because it's the Cybertruck with the I bought this after Elon went crazy because I despise human rights bumper sticker. Can't miss it. Just throw the food in the back. They don't want to talk to you, okay? They say even poor people's words dirty the mind. That was in my management training. What else? Oh, Christopher, you're fired. Sorry. I was supposed to fire you 3 months ago, but I just kept forgetting, which I think is quite the severance package. So, you know, get the fuck out of here. Also, we will no longer be partaking in DEI hiring, whereas corporate before instructed me to hire based on whoever was darkest. Their words, not mine. Now I hire whoever is whitest. Little throwback. I'm actually not sure what DEI really means. I know it's like cool to be politically savvy nowadays, but I just find it so boring. Talk to me about the Sabrina Carpenter takeover of Fortnite before you talk to me about civil rights. Or actually, tie the two together in an informative essay. Christopher, 5,000 words on my desk about Sabrina Carpenter and you can have your job back. Or flip me off and crash out on Instagram later like the baby you are. Holy cow, have you read this article? I gotta be honest, Mom, I can't take any more news. At first I read it and I was like, this is the final straw. But then I reread it and I was like, you know what, them's the breaks. Mom, why are you speaking like this again? We talked about this. Look, I'm gonna level with you because I have a problem. I can't stop speaking in white people idioms. They're so cute. Okie dokie artichoke, that's adorable. Okay, I can give you that they're cute, but you shouldn't adopt other people's speaking patterns just because they're adorable. Oh. Okay, after we're done with this conversation, you gotta promise me you're gonna stop. Of course. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I stopped now. You ever see a new animal? Because, like, I'm pretty sure back in the day you had to get on a ship and sail and, like, leave your wife and kids just to see an elephant for the first time. Now you can just Google elephant. But, like, back in the way back, we didn't have photography. You had to look in a handwritten book and then trust that artist's rendition of an elephant. They weren't even good artists yet. It's like the 1500s. There's like 5 good artists. The 5 that there were really good. It was like Michelangelo and his friends. But, you know, Greg down the street, who supplies the books to this area, he doesn't have YouTube to show him proportions. So this image of an elephant he saw on his trip to India is questionable at best. The local king has an elephant, but he says we're too poor to see it. It's not like that now. I think we've seen most animals there are by like 8 in like pop-up books, the Animal Planet. You think a medieval peasant knew what a meerkat looked like? They didn't, but I do. A meerkat used to sing at me in my youth, telling me to relax, be happy, Hakuna Matata. Anyway, I saw a new animal the other day. It looked like a lemur dog thing, like a tree dog type of situation. We just called it a chupacabra, me and the girls. It's not fair to us. We don't get to discover anything. All the cool stuff's taken.